You just won the lottery. And whether you realize it or not, the next 24 hours will do more to determine your financial future than the next 24 years combined. Because here's the truth, nobody tells you when you're staring at a winning ticket. The money isn't the dangerous part. The first day is. That's when people make the calls they shouldn't make, sign the things they shouldn't sign, and tell the people they shouldn't tell. So before the excitement takes over, here are the 5 things every smart lottery winner does in the first 24 hours, starting the second they realize they've won. The very first thing happens before you even leave the room you're standing in. You sign the ticket. Not later, not after you've told your spouse, not after you've celebrated, immediately. A winning lottery ticket that isn't signed can, in many cases, be claimed by whoever is physically holding it. So the moment you confirm the numbers, you sign the back, you take a clear photo of both sides on your phone, and you put that ticket somewhere secure. A safe if you have one, a locked drawer if you don't, anywhere other than your wallet or your car's glove compartment. This single action, done in the first 60 seconds, protects a life-changing amount of money from a moment of carelessness. It sounds too simple to matter. It is the single most important physical action you'll take all day. The second thing happens in the next hour, and it's the hardest one for most people. You say nothing. Not to your coworkers, not on social media, not even in many cases to extended family just yet. This isn't about secrecy for its own sake. It's about buying yourself the one resource you cannot get back once it's gone. Time to think clearly before the world starts reacting to your news instead of you reacting to it. The moment people know, you stop being a person to some of them and start being an opportunity. Old friends resurface, strangers find your number, and none of that happens on your terms unless you control when and how the information gets out. Smart winners spend the first day in something close to radio silence, and they use that silence to think, not to celebrate. By the second or third hour, most winners start feeling the pressure to do something. Call a lawyer, call the lottery office, call somebody. And this is where patience matters more than action. You don't need to claim the ticket today. Every major lottery gives you a window, often 90 days, sometimes up to a year, to come forward. So instead of rushing to claim it, smart winners spend these early hours making one crucial phone call. To a lawyer, specifically one with experience in sudden wealth or lottery claims, not a general practice attorney. This person becomes the first official member of your team, and their first job, before anything else, is to explain your options. Whether anonymous claiming is possible where you live, whether claiming through a trust makes sense, and what the very first legal steps should look like. This call, more than anything else in the first 24 hours, shapes everything that follows. By midday, if you've made that first call, the conversation naturally shifts toward protecting your identity, and this is where a lot of winners get caught off guard. Depending on where you bought the ticket, your name, your photo, and the amount you won could become public record the moment you claim it. Some places allow full anonymity. Others allow claiming through an LLC or a trust, which puts a legal buffer between your name and the headlines. Smart winners use these first hours to understand exactly what's possible before they walk into any lottery office, because once your identity is attached to that number, there is no undoing it. This is a conversation that happens with your attorney, not with a search engine, and it's one of the most consequential decisions made in the entire first day. As the day goes on, a strange kind of pressure starts to build, the pressure to spend. Maybe it's a car you've always wanted. Maybe it's the urge to book a flight, put a deposit on a house, or hand money to a family member who's struggling. Smart winners resist all of it on day one, without exception. Not because the money isn't real, but because no major decision made in a state of adrenaline and shock has ever been improved by rushing. Financial advisors who specialize in sudden wealth will tell you the same thing again and again. The first 24 hours should involve 0 major purchases, 0 large gifts, and 0 signed contracts of any kind. Not a car loan, not a business deal, not even a generous gesture to someone you love. Every one of those decisions deserves to be made with a clear head days or weeks later, not in the emotional static of day one. By evening, most smart winners have done something that looks almost boring from the outside. Nothing dramatic at all. They've secured the ticket. They've told almost no one. They've made a single call to a lawyer, and they've resisted every urge to spend, announce, or promise anything to anybody. That quiet, controlled first day is not an accident. It's a decision made on purpose to protect a fortune before it has the chance to protect itself. As the first 24 hours come to a close, smart winners take one more step that often gets overlooked entirely. They write things down, not for anyone else, just for themselves. The date and time they found out, who they've told, if anyone, what their lawyer said, what questions they still need answered. This isn't paranoia, it's the beginning of a paper trail that protects them later, especially if disputes ever arise about who knew what and when. It's a small habit, but it's one more layer of protection built during a day that's otherwise designed to feel chaotic and overwhelming. So to summarize what actually happens in a smart winner's first 24 hours, they sign the ticket and secure it within minutes. They stay silent and give themselves room to think. They make one focused call to the right kind of lawyer, not 10 calls to the wrong kind of people. They use that call to understand their options around anonymity and legal claiming structures. And through all 24 hours, no matter how strong the temptation gets, they spend nothing, sign nothing, and promise nothing. None of this is about being cold or overly cautious. It's about recognizing that the first day of sudden wealth is unlike any other day you will ever experience, and the decisions made in it echo for years. The winners who protect themselves in these first 24 hours are, overwhelmingly, the ones still financially secure 5, 10, 20 years later. The ones who don't are the stories you read about afterward, wondering how it all disappeared so fast. If you were holding that ticket right now, be honest. Which one of these 5 would be hardest for you to actually pull off in the first 24 hours? Let me know in the comments. And if this changed how you'd handle that moment, you know what to do.